Welcome to the Game Plan Show. I'm Chim Sumuko and I get to host you as we make successful entrepreneurs of our 20 business proposal hopefuls. Now, allow me to cater to those of you who may be joining us for the first time. The Game Plan Show is the last in a series of events that helps the Nyamuka Zambia team select 20 entrepreneurs who will receive each at least 75,000 kwacha and up to a top prize of 250,000 kwacha to invest in their business. Nyamuka Zambia, which is in its second season, aims to empower would-be entrepreneurs by providing them with business know-how and, for some, financial assistance. Now, all in an effort to encourage the diversification of the Zambian economy by investing in new viable sectors. So now that you're up to date with the purpose of the show, let's recap on last year's cycle and meet the members of the bench that serve as this year's judges.
Nyamuka Zambia.
What does Nyamuka Zambia mean? It's a business plan competition, and the idea is to help budding entrepreneurs who have a concept, push that concept through from an idea through to a business plan, which then goes into a competition against other business plans, and that's the whole idea of it.
Nyamuka means to me a way to Nyamuka, a way to take my business higher, to take it where I want it to go, outside of Zambia and beyond.
Nyamuka means so much to me. It has given me an opportunity to be able to move my idea from a paper form into the actual product that is now seeing itself on the shops, around Lusaka and the Copperbelt. The next phase is to be able to make sweets out of honey that will go into various shops and indeed make the sweet available to the rest of the Republic. For that, I'm very thankful.
Nyamuka Zambia means a lot to me. It has given me an opportunity to realize my dream. It has given me the exposure, the networking, and as well as trained me on how to set a business, implement the game plan, the idea, and produce a business, a working business from it.
Nyamuka Zambia.
Our bench of expert judges is composed of individuals who have truly excelled in their area of expertise and offer a wealth of knowledge to our contestants. First up is Chisha Kumisuku, who is CEO of Wealth by Design Limited, a business and personal finance coaching company that help professionals plan their business as well as personal finances. Now, before this, for 15 years, she managed the operations of Medicare Opticians, which was one of the first companies in Zambia to provide quality optical and eye healthcare services. She was key to facilitating a partnership to set up an optical lab and invest in 6 optical practices around Zambia. Now, she's a chartered accountant and a fellow of the Association of Chartered and Certified Accountants. Chisha has served on the board of National Women's Legal Clinic since 2013.
What I bring to the table are essentially 2 things. I'm a seasoned businesswoman. Really, I look at myself as having been at the coalface of business. I understand what the entrepreneurs, where they are, starting a business, scaling it up, and finally exiting. The second thing that I bring to the table is I'm an accountant by profession, so I bring my love of business finance and personal finance.
Joining her is Rocky Sombe, an entrepreneur with a degree in business administration from the University of Zambia. Currently a Subway franchisee, Rocky also holds a master franchise license for Signarama in Zambia, is the franchisee for Keg and Lion in Lusaka, and is also a shareholder and chairman of Spargrits Zambia Limited, which operates the Kazang brand in Zambia. Kazang is the market leader in the sale of vending machines and electronic vouchers for airtime and Zesco units in Zambia.
I have many years of experience having worked as a senior positions in various companies, in accounting, in finance, business consultancy, and now as an entrepreneur. I bring a lot of experience to the table.
Making a return to the bench is Charles Carey, CEO and MD at Cavmont Bank Zambia. Throughout his career, he has been involved in the financial sector, primarily in corporate and investment banking, encompassing coverage, capital markets, operations, risks, as well as business development and global markets.
Having been in Zambia for 13 years, having been a banker for over 20 years and been in the financial sector for a few more than that, I've had a tremendous experience and opportunity to look at a lot of different businesses. I've been in the credit side, I've been in the relationship side, I've been in the investment banking side. So I'm really excited about today's program and the Nyamuka program in general. We've been supporting it for 2 years, and obviously this is my second season. And I think it's a great opportunity for us to really work with the sort of young entrepreneurs and even not so young entrepreneurs to do something different.
Joining him is Regina Mulenga, who has over 25 years of banking experience, covering both commercial and merchant banking with prime financial institutions such as Citibank Zambia, HSBC, Equator Bank, Standard Chartered, and Barclays Bank, where she is currently serving as Business Banking Director. Regina holds a Master's in Business Administration from Lincolnshire and Harborside University and has recently been appointed as the Diversity and Inclusion Champion for Zambia.
In terms of what I would bring to the table, is for me really to perhaps provide us some insights. The participants are embarking on a journey. So, what are some of the pitfalls in the journey, and how can they manage to overcome those? Given my experience with the many different businesses of shapes and sizes in different levels of development. So I'm hopeful that some of the insights that I'll share will be helpful to the applicants on their journey to prosper.
Our last judge is Amon Jere of MTN, who was appointed MTN Zambia Chief Sales and Distribution Officer by the group in 2014. A graduate of the University of Zambia with a Bachelor of Arts degree, Amon is also a graduate of the London School of Business and has worked for Celtel Zambia and Kenya, Vodafone Ghana, Zamtel Zambia, and Glow Mobile Ghana.
I bring a wealth of expertise in the area of commercial, that's sales, marketing, distribution, and of course in the telecoms and the digital world. What I expect from the contestants is to see a lot of focus on the commercial aspect of the business, them understanding their market, their channels, and of course the financial aspect of the business.
The task of keeping our highly versatile and well-informed bench in check goes to the returning moderator, Miyanda Katiwa, entrepreneur, author, business coach, image consultant, network marketer, public speaker, and HR authority. She has the grueling task of making sure that our judges don't get carried away and that each pitch session takes place within the allocated time. And that, ladies and gentlemen, sums up who our contestants will be pitching to when they enter the court, which sees us just in time for our first commercial break. On the other side, we introduce you to the contestants.
Nyamuka Zambia.
Success is measured in many ways. Which bank you choose for your business is one of them. Whether you're already established or can see the potential of what could be one day. Barclays Business Banking understands where you want to take your business and what is needed to get you there. A dedicated partner committed to opening doors to growth and success at every stage of your business journey. Open doors. Prosper.
.4G is here! Upgrade to Zambia's fastest 4G network today. Visit an MTN service center to pick up your 4G SIM card now and get 1 GB data free.
Nyamuka Zambia.
Welcome back. You're still watching the Game Plan Show. Before the break, we got you up to date with the previous season. Now it's time to get into the business of making an entrepreneur's funding dreams come true. So this is how it works. Each of our contestants will have 2.5 minutes in front of the bench pitching their ideas as well as answering follow-up questions from the judges. As they pitch their business proposals, the contestants are scored by the judges. These scores are later used to determine the top and bottom 10. At this point, the judges will deliberate over the top 10 pitches and handpick the final top 5, who will all take away a prize ranging from 125,000 kwacha to 250,000 kwacha, and ultimately Nyamuka Zambia 2016 Game Plan Show winner. That's how it's done. So, with the technicalities explained, it's safe for us to begin. Up first, we have Lusaka resident Andrew Nguvu, a self-employed entrepreneur inspired by the late American billionaire John D. Rockefeller. Andrew is looking to expand his for-profit social enterprise in Namwala and Choma district.
I'm inspired to work in the village chicken subsector because it's got so much potential to sustain and improve rural livelihoods as well as earn premium profits because there's so much demand for organically produced chicken, which is very rare on the urban market. I am the founder and the proprietor of an agro-processing enterprise that is called Kasumbi. So we're in the business of adding value to indigenous poultry, which is commonly known as village chicken, that is produced in rural areas and villages and then distributed to urban areas where demand for organic chicken meat is very high. So we're able to achieve and implement this because our business model enables us to partner with small-scale women farmers that are based in rural areas through a contractual farming scheme. We then process and package the birds with a unique technique called shrink bagging, which enables us to basically prolong the shelf life as we distribute to the urban areas. So we're looking at basically raising 250,000 kwacha to help us upscale our production and processing capacity so that we can acquire breeding, hatchery and incubation machinery, as well as meat processing equipment. Thank you very much, and I sincerely wish you grant me 250,000 kwacha today, right now.
Thank you, Andrew. I'll now hand over to the judges. Perhaps we could start with Judge Aman.
I have one or two questions. One is on your financials. When you look at your financials, you're looking at your own contribution of 11,890, and from Nyamuka 277,000 kwacha. When I look at your financials further, I'm not seeing anywhere where you have that money which is your contribution, and I'm not seeing any bank loan or capital injection from you, so that is giving me some discomfort in terms of a gap in your financials.
Well, my contribution is coming from, we raised some money this year through Total. So we've been able to hold on to much of that money. And in terms of spending, it's been spread out. It's not going to be a lump sum investment. We're looking at spreading out at least to have some contingency over the next 6 to 8 months. It's been spread out on a month-by-month basis so that the balance sheet actually records it on an annual basis. I hope you understand. Do I answer your question?
Yeah, you answer my question, but it's not reflecting that you have that money in your financials. It's not in your bank, you don't have a bank loan. There's no indication that you've raised this money. It's nowhere in your
Okay, I think the indication was personal and existing business capital reinjection combined with Nyamuka contribution.
Thank you, Andrew. And unfortunately, judges, I do have to stop you, Andrew, at this point. Judges, your time is up. Thank you for your pitch.
Thank you
may
very
leave
much.
the stage now.
Thank you.
Andrew, why don't you come over here a minute? And I must say congratulations on two fronts. First of all, the birth of your newborn son, as well as you being the first contestant to face the judges in the finals. How did you find it?
Well, I set a standard which people have to follow, so it was okay.
You think that standard is high enough to win you the prize money?
Oh, yes, I think so.
All right, okay. Well, he might be a proud father and a new investor in his own business. There you go. Up next is Edith Sosala, who provides young working mothers with a safe place for childcare and learning while they pursue their careers.
I hope the judges will buy into my idea, because then it will be helping young working mothers fulfill their dreams, attain their full potential. Thank you. My name is Edith Sosala from Ibex Hill, Lusaka. Our business is to provide young working mothers a safe place to leave their children for care and learning while they pursue their careers. We also provide them with trained maids and gardeners so that while they are pursuing their careers, their homes and children are well taken care of in an efficient and professional manner. When we win this 250,000 kwacha, we want to build a 1x7 classroom block. We also want to build a 1x5 ablution block, and want to equip the training house for the maids and training with equipment such as polishers, vacuum cleaners, washing machines, so that we simulate the actual workplace environment. This business is profitable, and I invite Nyamuka Zambia to invest in it. Thank you.
Thank you, Edith. I'll open the floor to the judges. Judge Regina, do you have a question for Edith?
Yes, I do. Thank you. Edith, I found out that the drop-in center is a good thing for the working mothers. But I have one challenge. If I was a young mother today, why should I trust my children to be cared for the maids who you appear to be training for only about 2 weeks?
I am a trained nurse, and I'm there throughout the day. I make sure that the training that I give to the maids is adequate and supervised. So your child will be safe with me, with us as a team.
What you're pricing it is at 1,000 kwacha per month per child?
Yes.
Now, if I have 2 or 3 children, it doesn't make sense for me I could hire someone myself to look after my children.
When you bring more than 2 children, we deduct 200 kwacha from each child.
But still, then at 2,600 kwacha,
but then you'll be assured of care throughout the day, throughout the year, unlike if you have a maid. Because the maid will turn up today, doesn't turn up tomorrow.
Presumably not the maids that you've trained.
Even our own maids, we have challenges also. Despite the counseling that they should be dedicated to their work, they still falter.
Well, thank you, Edith. Judges, I'm going to have to stop your time at this point. Thank you for your pitch. You may leave the stage now.
Now, your business is quite unique, especially when it comes to ladies. Do you feel you were a unique enough lady to win the pitch?
Yes.
All right, so what do you think worked for you there?
You know, anything to do with mothers is a challenge for everybody. So if there is someone to support them, it makes it better.
All right, well, there we go. Best of luck, and we'll see if the judges support you in your business. Edith, it's been an education. All the best. Remember, all our 20 finalists have qualified for 75,000 kwacha. What they are pitching for today is a chance to make it to the top 5 and stand a chance to walk away with a total of 250,000 kwacha. We still have 6 more contestants making their pitches today. Let's meet our next contestant, Musanshi Chiluba, who is hoping to get enough funding to get her business to mushroom.
It is a great honor for me to be representing our group. Our business idea is to expand on the growth of various types of mushroom in order for us to meet demand which far exceeds supply in Zambia. Our business idea is to expand on the growth of various types of mushroom in order for us to meet demand which far exceeds supply in Zambia. My story is about 4 years ago, I used to work for an international food franchise in Lusaka, and one of my many responsibilities was to procure mushroom. I used to order 200 kgs of mushroom and sometimes more from the Republic of South Africa. This led us to, obviously, for me to start up the company with my partners. And it's just to also give you an idea of what kind of a demand there was then and there is now. Today, we're able to produce 1 metric ton of button mushroom as well as enoki and oyster mushroom. And we're hoping to scale up to 2.5 metric tons of mushroom per month and even more. 250,000 kwacha will enable us to not only procure, cooling equipment for our mushroom, but it will also enable us to build 2 cultivational rooms in order to expand our growth. Local mushroom on the Zambian market will not only provide competitive pricing, but it will also give the consumer an ability for them to get not only fresh produce, but produce that also has a longer shelf life and that is easily available. With a gross profit of over 80%, it is a very profitable business, and it is one in which is sustainable and the demand is very high on the Zambian market.
Musanshi, thank you very much. Your time is up. I'll ask Judge Chisha, do you have any questions for Musanshi?
Yes, good. Musanshi, why are you doing oyster mushrooms when I think there's quite a lot on the market and it's only 2% of your product mix? Why don't you concentrate on the other 2? And then the second question is your inputs, the buttons, the mushroom seed is, I think, imported. And how will you mitigate the exchange rate fluctuating?
Okay, we have considered all those factors. Our current business, 95% of our produce is actually button mushroom because obviously it is more profitable and there is oyster mushroom on the market. But we have a very well-established market base and a quite reliable client base that have also promised us business. As much as we do import the mushroom seed from South Africa, but when we calculate our total costs, including that of the seed, we're still able to make very good profits from it.
Is seed something that you can produce locally?
No, unfortunately at this time we're not able to produce it locally. We have investigated that and hopefully in the near future it's something that we will be able to do.
Thank you very much, and you may leave the room.
So Musanshi, do you think you nailed the pitch or is there much room for improvement? You see the pun I threw in there?
Yes, I do. Very funny. I was a little bit nervous and obviously excited at the same time. It's great to come, bittersweet to come to the end of the competition, but I think I have a great business plan and I'm hopeful that the judges will read through it and, together with my pitch, be able to win that 250,000.
All right, well, not quite the end until you walk away with that check, so best of luck.
Thank you very much.
All right. Musanshi, you've done what you could, and now it's in the hands of the judges, so all the best. Still to come on the show, we have more pitches. Will today's final 3 entrepreneurs outshine their predecessors, or will they fall short? Find out right after this break.
Nyamuka Zambia.
Success is measured in many ways. Which bank you choose for your business is one of them. Whether you're already established or can see the potential of what could be one day, Barclays Business Banking understands where you want to take your business and what is needed to get you there. A dedicated partner committed to opening doors to growth and success at every stage of your business journey. Open doors. Prosper.
.4G is here! Upgrade to Zambia's fastest 4G network today. Visit an MTN service center to pick up your 4G SIM card now and get 1 GB data free.
Nyamuka Zambia.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is the Game Plan Show, and we are in the business of making entrepreneurs' dreams come true by giving them necessary business tools and funding. Entrepreneurs such as our next contestant, 32-year-old lecturer Samuel Munjita, whose idea will contribute to the paper industry reducing its carbon footprint.
I'm pretty happy to reach the finals for Nyamuka Zambia. I hope the judges will look at my idea and think about it as something that is sustainable and one that will be profitable in the long run. Thank you very much.
My name is Samuel Munjita. I come from Lusaka. Our business idea
is to recycle used office papers and newspapers into print and copy quality A4 paper. I am here to seek for 250,000 kwacha from Nyamuka, Zambia, to enable us set up a paper recycling business in Lusaka. The 250,000 kwacha will go towards the purchase of the machinery, and 17% of it will contribute towards the startup costs. It has always been my dream to start up a business that is not only profitable and sustainable, but one that contributes to environmental protection, keeping Zambia clean and reducing deforestation. Our customers will include individuals, government institutions, private companies, and educational institutions. Our competitive advantage will be based on two strategies. Number one, accessing the Zambian market through waste paper collection and sale back agreements with the institutions that give us the waste paper. And number two, a pricing strategy that will allow us to reduce prices by even up to 25%. To sustain our business, because we know that for every paper business, you need to diversify the business. To sustain our business, we will introduce new products.
Thank you, Samuel.
Thank
Your
you.
time is up. Judges?
Can you just explain how you look at the environmental issues, how you manage the handling of the actual waste, so that you are not also polluting the country as a result of your process?
Our idea is that when we begin to run, we are going to supply compound blended bins to the institutions where we get the paper, including the areas like homes. So they will be dumping the waste paper right into our bins, so nothing else will be allowed.
No, I want to understand your processing, how you're handling the processed paper, the waste that you'll be collecting, your actual operation, how you convert that into good paper now.
Okay, so what happens is that when you get the waste paper, it goes to the factory. Of course, we'll sort it out, remove any dust and so on and so forth. And then thereafter, we are going to...
Do you have Environmental Council certification already?
Judges, unfortunately, I'll have to cut your time. Samuel, the judge's time is up. Okay. Thank you for your pitch.
Thank you.
Your business is all about paper, but there's one paper you need, and that's that check. Have you convinced the judges?
I think very much. My confidence levels were very high, and I think the pitch was really good. And I'm pretty sure that if they look at my business, they'll surely give me the 250,000 kwacha.
Samuel, all the best. Next up, we have a publisher who is inspired by Aliko Dangote. Meet Bernard Kamweneshi.
It's going to be very great to buy machinery that help me scale up the production of books, because at the moment now we're not able to meet the demand, ever-rising demand for educational books in schools in Zambia and the region. I'm the founder of Marvel Publishers based in Lusaka. We've been in existence for the past 6 years. We publish education materials, academic books, we so far published more than 70 books which are approved by the government to be used in all schools in Zambia. And we've gone beyond Zambia. We've been in the sub-region and the books have been accepted. We have a slight problem. We don't have enough equipment to print our books. It's for this reason that I'm here before you to win the 250,000 kwacha from Nyamuka, Zambia, so that it can help us to acquire the required equipment so that it can scale up our production in order to meet the demand on the market. Have strong passion to contribute to the enhancement of education standards in Zambia, Africa, and the world. I also have a desire to create employment in Zambia using this business of mine. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. Judges?
Yeah, can I start?
Sure.
Bernard, my concern slightly is that you've been operating for 6 years, but you appear to be the only sort of resource who's doing all this publication. Are you the only person who's doing the editorial?
No, we've got quite a number of group of people. We use teachers in schools. It depends on the subject that we are working on. So we depend on other people as well.
The trend now is to go electronic books. How sustainable is your business going forward?
That's our next step, because we are looking at ICT now. The Zambian government has said ICT should be done in all the schools, but we are waiting for that moment that even my brother in the remotest place in Zambia can have a computer to access our material.
And which is your most profitable segment of the different categories? Because you're doing quite a number of categories. Tertiary, secondary, primary?
The primary ones, like a pyramid. You have more children at the primary level. But now we've gone into tertiary because we realized that no textbooks since we got independence.
Isn't it more important to really maximize on your target market and ensure that your supply is constant throughout the school year? Because I think that is a big challenge.
Yes, we're going to work on that now since we are going to get this
Bernard, sorry, I have to cut you off because the judges' time is up.
Well, how did your pitch go? Do you think you have the judges in the book, so to say?
I think I was happy about the pitch, and I'm very sure I'm going to get the first prize.
All right, what do you think worked for you in particular?
Because my project is very viable, and I think I'll beat them all.
All right. Well, we certainly look forward to seeing your books in outlets in Ndola, Chipata, Livingston, and Kasama, is it?
Yeah, sure.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. 250,000 kwacha. That's how much the winner of the Game Plan show walks away with, courtesy of Nyamuka Zambia. But no one goes away empty-handed here at the Game Plan show. To start with, all our contestants qualify for funding worth 75,000 kwacha, with the option of upgrading to a 125,000, 150,000, 175,000, 200,000, or a fantastic 250,000 kwacha, depending on where they place in the top 5. Striving to make it to the top of that list is next contestant, Katongo Kabwe.
My business is about processing groundnut cooking oil in Katete districts. That's where the business is going to be based. Basically, I believe in this particular business because it's going to empower farmers in the area who are not benefiting from what they are doing, growing the groundnuts. My business is a startup, and it's about processing cooking oil from local and organically grown groundnuts in Katete district, Eastern Province of Zambia. There are a lot of groundnuts in the eastern region. Unfortunately, farmers lose out on their produce due to poor storage facilities. My business will empower the smallholder farmers and motivate them to grow more groundnuts, as they will be able to sell all their produce, and this will enhance their livelihood. Our target primary market are every smallholder, every household in Katete and Sinda districts, which comprise of about 46,800 households. The company will process 9,600 liters of cooking oil with 10,600 groundnut cake per month in the first year. This will be about 40% gross profit margin.
Thank you for that pitch. Judge Amon, do you have a question for Katongo?
Yeah, Katongo, are you already in this business?
Not yet.
So you're not yet in this business. You're looking at pumping in 145,000. I can't see where you have that money. There's no bank loan in your financials, no capital injection from yourselves. So
okay,
there's a hole in your financials.
Thank you very much. As at now, I've already acquired those machinery and they're in Lusaka.
Okay, thank you, Judge Hobbs.
How are you going to compete against the soya and sunflower oil, where there's an established taste and a very established market at a very big scale, producing obviously much cheaper than you will?
To start with, when we look at the Eastern Province, the market, the producers there are small-scale producers. So the largest suppliers is coming from Lusaka, which the price in Lusaka is even higher than our price in Katete. So meaning if they include transportation, it's already at a higher cost.
You said you buy unshelled groundnuts, but your production process does not show any shelling equipment. How are you going to do that?
The production process actually, yes, we look at the process started from sieving, but if you look in the budget, there's a budget for the sheller.
And how are you going to mitigate the risks of electricity outages? Because I think you'll be using quite a bit of power in your process.
Of course, yes. We've budgeted to buy a standby power generator.
Okay, thank you, Katongo. Judges, thank you for your questions. You may leave the room now. Thank you.
Katongo, you survived the judges, but do you think you have won the top prize?
Yes, I think I've won the top prize.
Okay, why is that?
I was impressed with the judges, the question they were asking, and I think I was able to articulate to give them the answer that they needed.
Okay.
And I think my business plan has been very good.
Okay, well, we'll see if the public will go nuts for your idea. All the best, Katongo.
Thank you.
6 contestants have gone before the bench, but will their pitches be enough to see them through to the top 5? We will just have to wait and see. Right now, though, it's time for us to take a commercial break. So see you on the other side.
Nyamuka Zambia. Making your dreams come true. Yes, it is possible. Yes, it is possible. We focus on you. Together we'll go. Yes, it is possible. And making your dreams come true. Yes, it is possible. We come on back. We focus on you. Together we'll grow. Yes, it is possible. We come on back. Come on back.
Ours is a tale of a remarkable journey embarked on to meet the needs of an ever-changing society. From the exhilaration of launching Zambia's first ATMs in 1993 to the jubilation of community banking in 1997, Zanaco's checklist of firsts exhibits our commitment to better banking solutions. First mobile banking services, first online real-time banking, first group scheme loans, first indigenously owned bank. Throughout this journey, our purpose has remained the same: to empower you. We are the People's Bank. Zanaco. Big, strong, reliable.
Nyamuka Zambia.
Welcome back to the show. If you're just joining us, you're kind of late. We have all but wrapped up the show. But worry not, you can still visit our Facebook page and catch this episode there. And be sure to look out for our next 2 episodes airing later this week. So there you have it, 6 of our 20 contestants looking to become the 2016 Game Plan Show winner have gone before the bench. While we're eager to find out just how well they did, we still have to wait for our other 14 contestants to make their pitches before the judges can decide who walks away with a grand prize of 250,000 kwacha. Be sure to catch our next episode and see how our next batch of contestants fare as they pitch to the judges. Until then, like I said, you can keep up with all the action by going to our Facebook page, Nyamuka Zambia, and view our contestant profiles and more. But for today, it's a wrap. I'm Chim Sumuko, and this has been the Game Plan Show. Goodbye.
Nyamuka Zambia.
Catch the Game Plan Show as 20 contestants battle out for the grand prize of 250,000 kwacha. Who will be the 2016 Nyamuka Zambia Grand Prize winner? Watch the Game Plan Show on Wednesday, 5th of October at 2100 hours to find out. The Game Plan Show, brought to you by Nyamuka Zambia and partner sponsors.
Nyamuka Zambia.